Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Grizzly Digital Network. We're joined now by our Grizzly of the Day, presented by Jets Pizza on Sugarloaf Parkway, Mr. Blaze O'Saban. Blaze, how are you doing?
Pleasure to be here. Excited.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to talk to you up here, especially after the Grizzlies clinched the series versus Indiana Wesleyan. Take me back to yesterday. Losing's not a thing around here, so when you split a doubleheader, who kind of said what in that brand-new locker room for the Grizzlies?
It starts with Sheets. Skip's always on top of things. You know how he is, and he just assured us that one day at the beginning of the season doesn't really mean anything. It's more so how we come back and play as a group and just make sure we stay together and that sort of thing. From a player standpoint, Chase Evans is always a great vocal leader. Gage Williams always on top of things, and all the older guys within the locker room have done a great job just keeping us on track.
Grizzlies got themselves in another tight contest as they did last night, but they come out on top today. What is that win, and what was the determination that the team got them over the edge today for the win?
It was honestly on the back of the pitchers today. The pitchers did a great job, and just playing behind them is easy when they're filling the zone. And Rapetti starting it off, he looked amazing. Great 5 innings. And then, Hab and you had Houston come in there at the end. He looked great. Everybody was doing their thing, and then kind of feels the offense a little bit to get going.
Pitchers filled up the strike zone. Ton
Absolutely.
of strikeouts once again on Saturday, much like Friday. But for you get the go-ahead 2 RBI single to the left side to really put the Grizzlies over the top, and they kept that advantage throughout the course of the contest. But walk me through a little bit of your journey over the last year, man. What worked, or what did you learn? What was your approach at the plate at the end of kind of last season? I know it was 9 months ago, so it's not like you carried it over,
Right.
but obviously a much different start this year. You've got at least a hit in each of these first 3 ball games.
Yes, sir. So for me, it's just a comfortability thing. Like, you got to get used to wearing this G-Claw. It's not every day that you see somebody wearing a G-Claw, and you got to wear it with pride. So now I'm to the point where I've just got a locked in laser focus on my approach and just making sure every day I'm taking everything seriously, nothing for granted. And that's really helped me a lot, is just staying focused on everything.
And as you had the go-ahead 2 RBI, John Ponder has the 2-run saving catch in center field. You had a front row seat of that. What did that look like?
Absolutely. That was awesome. I was probably 15 feet away from him, and he caught that ball. And he was on his knees. I went up to him, gave him a real hard high five, and said, "You're the man, dude. That was sweet."
Is that one of those you just yell at him, all you, oh, you, you, and he just lays out for
all
it?
the way. It was
That's
sweet.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, Blaze, you're off to a hot start here in 2023, and so you've been hanging out. I gave Gage Williams the opportunity yesterday to make his case to be the Friday night game 1 starter.
Right.
Do you want to make your case to move up in the lineup, or do you like where you're at right now?
I'm going to leave that up to Sheets. I'm going to plead the 5th here and let him do what he thinks is right for us to win.
Spoken like a true team player, Blaze. An absolute pleasure, my man. Before we get out of here, send us home with some shout-outs.
Shout out to the VA boys. 565.
Back to back.
New house. VA
Back
boys
to
have been
back.
up here. Yes, sir. And just shout out to the squad. It's been a great start to the season, and I'm super excited to see how everybody else progresses through the year. And that's about it.
Sounds good to me. Blaze,
All right.
congratulations. The glory goes to the Grizzlies as they take the series away from Indiana Wesleyan on the home opener here in Lawrenceville, Georgia.